with Thursday around the corner. How cool this moment is for you, obviously for Chelsea and hopefully for Destiny. Um, it's it's something that they've waited a long time for and worked hard for, and they see it come to fruition. But for Arkansas, I mean, you were the last one back in 2012, which is hard to think. So I want to kind of relive that with you a little bit, and what you remember from that day, and how that all went down for you that day back in 2012.
God, that was so long ago. Truthfully, I think I'm way more excited for Chelsea and Destiny than I was for myself. Like, I was like, it's going to happen. Like, I reached my goal, but it was nothing like what they're experiencing right now. I do remember being in my apartment by myself, just watching. And everybody kept telling me, "Oh, you're gonna get drafted in the second round." I'm like, "Okay, sure," But just seeing my name pop up, it was like, wow, like it really came true, And then all the phone calls and messages and everything happened. Um, but I don't think it really set in until I went to training camp. Like it was different just because, you're around the Diana Taurasi's and DeWanna Bonner, which DeWanna Bonner played at Auburn when, I played, but it was different to see how they operate. But yeah, I think my draft and their draft is way different. It's way different, especially what Chelsea is experiencing. Um, I think it's amazing. Mm-hmm. I'm excited for them.
Yeah, I think it's really cool that, obviously not the fact that there hasn't been one since 2012, but the fact that you were the last person to be drafted from the University of Arkansas. And then these are to play Destiny you've had for a year, but you've had Chelsea for about 4 years now. And you've watched her develop as a player and watched her get better. And you've seen the growth from her to now, be able to be a part of this with her. Instead of just being someone who used to play at Arkansas and it isn't connected with the team like you are. I think that's really special.
Yeah. I feel like it's even more special just like knowing her and just seeing how she grew and how she became a better teammate all around and how much work she put in. Like people really don't see everything that goes into being able to get drafted or be considered being drafted. It's a lot of work, and it don't just start here. She worked all the way through, and I'm proud of her. Proud of both of them, really.
How crazy is it maybe to think about, or how maybe past due is it for the fact that it has been, my math is terrible, but almost 10 years since someone from Arkansas has been drafted. That's kind of crazy. And then the fact that, now finally getting back on the map and getting that kind of recognition again.
It's definitely crazy. When Mario told me, I was like, no, that can't be true. Like, no. And he's like, yeah. And I'm just like, wow. And Jess Jackson, I thought about her and I'm like, oh no, she did get drafted, but she was a part of a training camp or whatever she went through. So I was just like, that just blew my mind that I was the last one. But I'm so thankful that this program is getting back to where it should be. My team, we worked hard to, make Arkansas grow and keep it going in a positive direction. And they fell off for a couple years, but I'm glad to be a part of a team that's putting it back on the map. And I'm glad that we have two amazing, talented players that can have this opportunity to go through and feel that excitement to be part of the draft.
What do you think it says about the game as well, and the exposure, the attention that it's getting? on the college level and the WNBA level. I mean, you kind of joke and you say you're watching it at home in your apartment by yourself. Chelsea won't be doing that. I know she's going to have a party. I'm sure Destiny's got something going on in Boise as well, and it'll be televised. And, it definitely has continued to grow in popularity, the sport. And how fun has that been able to watch since you went through it just, 9 years ago?
Yeah, it's definitely have grown. Like we didn't play on TV as much when I played. So like I feel like most of our games this year was basically televised. And people can say it's due to COVID, whatever, but it's not. Like I feel like there's a lot more attention on women's sports, like even the WNBA, and I think I took my hat to them because they have taken a stand and have done everything they can to have changes in our sport because people always say, oh, the women don't get as much attention as the men, which is true and it's sad, but I feel like all of that's changing and we're changing the game for all the little girls that's growing up who wants to be part of this world, and it's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I'm just happy to still be a part of it in my own way, even though I'm not on the floor and actually playing it. I'm still seeing it and still being a little part of making it happen. So
What's been your biggest maybe takeaway as you look back on that moment and what that was like and what that meant to you, and the time you did spend there? The biggest takeaway that you have that maybe you can relay as advice to Chelsea and Destiny moving forward?
um just to be proud of myself. Like, even though I didn't make it all the way through, like I still accomplished something big, something that a lot of players, don't have a chance to do. So, no matter how far they make it, I hope they make it far, but even if they don't, they should always feel proud of themselves and look at this as, a goal. They achieved the goal that, everybody can't have and everybody can't reach. And just play their game. Like, don't get caught up in trying to do what they see other people trying to do, and just play their game and have fun and enjoy it while it's there.
And lastly, for teams listening and whatnot, what are they getting out of Chelsea and Destiny? If you're a WNBA team looking to draft the two of them, what, from your perspective, what are they getting?
Chelsea, I mean, I feel like they're getting a lot. Um, she's hard to guard off the dribble, and she can shoot. So if you try to stop her from shooting, she's just gonna go around you. Um, she's a hard worker, very dedicated to her game and improving every day. Um, and I just feel like she has the total package. Um, and Slocum, you getting speed, you getting she's just in control. She's a good decision maker most of the time, and she can also shoot.
Mm-hmm.
And she can't be stopped. She's so fast. Like, even with the ball, with and without the ball, she's super fast. And it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be fun to watch them play.
Well, thank you, C'eira, for the time.